Welcome back to Stasis, Geek. Squid Games, loved it. Yeah, I thought Squid Games was a great TV show. I think most people watched it, did. It was really interesting, had a threatening angle to it, and it was just something different they hadn't seen before, and it was good. Then you get a game show spin-off without the game show spin-off. The Challenge. Squid Games, The Challenge. Not recommended. That's all I have to say. Is this show, it tries to do a couple of things. It tries to mimic Squid Games, but without the threat. And it doesn't do it. Now, this would only be entertainment if you like car crash TV. Yeah, that kind of Big Brother kind of moments. But it doesn't even have that because it strays away from the any individual. And the individuals it focuses on are just mostly 90% of them are absolutely unforgettable, not very nice people, and that's putting it very, very kindly, and you just don't care about them. You know, even with like some of them do their backstory, it's just, you don't care. So when it comes down to like the final even 10, you're like, I don't know these people, I just don't care. And even with the games they've got into them, where there was the threat, the strategy in Squid Game. This is just a 50-50 chance. Except for red light, green light, yeah, you have to run, so there's a bit of skill, and stop, and freeze. There is nothing. It is nothing. So it's one to forget for the ages. It's going to probably come back for like a couple of seasons. The only reason is because it's the pot is $4.5 million. So it's a lot. And it's because you're going to get a lot of people, and now in the next one, who are going to be worse than the individuals in this, because it felt like they went to drama students. That's it. That's all I have to say, because a lot of them are over theatrical. They do this silly thing. It's when they get eliminated, this little black burst comes out like they've been shot, but they have not been shot. And then they all fall down like they have been. And then some of them go right over the top. And it's just like, oh, you are literally trying to get that. I'm guessing it like that Big Brother break, you know, those ones who come out of there. You're like, no talent, but you get somewhere. And you're like, oh, that is it. But this one doesn't even hit that. Because, again, when you get down to the final three, you're like, you're not rooting for any of them. You're like, I just want all of you to lose and go home. It's like that and turn this off. So, lucky enough, it's not a long series. And if you do like that one, just go, oh no, what are they doing? This is it. Because the only good thing is the sets. Whoever did the sets designs, top job. That is it. But the rest, it's awful. But what did they have to do? Like, the games they make up are like, okay, bit fun, but they're not over the top. Again, they're all 50-50. So it's a big thumbs down. It's a worse thing because it traps you in because of the unlikable people. You just want them gone. So that's the only draw, and that's why I call it car crash TV. It's because you just want that person to be ruined, and you just go, oh, they don't realise they're coming across this bad. And there are so many people up their own arse in this show. It is unbelievable. It is. When you watch it, you're like, yeah, that's your state of life. That's where you come from. Jog on. It's literally that. So, yeah, they all in it for the money, wasn't it? But it could have been the danger element. Danger. Could have been there, but it wasn't. It was flat, boring. It didn't have the escapism, the threat-driven, that element of surprise. And it's not going to be that, because when you watch Squid Games first, the element of surprise was you didn't know what was happening next. This one you kind of do. It's that. So it's I'm guessing in the next one they're going to draw it out and focus more on the individuals, because there's ones they focus really hard on who are absolute prats, and they literally get eliminated quite quick, and you're like, Why did you focus on that? Did you go, we want this person to win? Oh no, it's a 50-50 chance that went. So the ones at the end, even the final 5, you don't see until like way down the line. And it's that. So it, you know what would have been more interesting than the show? It'd be the casting of how they pick these people. But yeah, it's one to forget, one to miss, unless you just like going or getting annoyed about people. That's it. So I wouldn't even rate this. Maybe just because of that little bit element, it's a 4. I maybe even that's being nice to this show. Yeah, it's gonna have a couple of seasons. I don't see how they're gonna get their money back with $4.5 million pot. I don't know who's funding it. I just don't see how to think, because it's not going to be on the back of the actual Squid Games and the new one coming out whenever that does. So yeah, it's not for me, and it's probably not for you. That's the problem. I don't see who they're going to get this audience driven into, because if you like Squid Games, you don't like this kind of TV. So miss it, forget about it, move on. But yeah, give me your thoughts if you liked it, and give us a comment if you like, and a like if you like. And as always, Stasis Geek out.